Hi everyone. So today we're going to look at some words that when mispronounced they can land you into trouble, into a big trouble, like big trouble. Okay, we're going to look at exceptions. We're going to look at words that do not contain the vowel E. Words that do not contain the vowel E, but most Nigerians or most people, non-native speakers, pronounce or produce as E, but in actual pronunciation, in correct pronunciation, they do not have the E sound. Okay, first let's begin with the description of the vowel E. Okay, the vowel E is a long vowel. It is indicated by the diacritic that you have in front of it. Okay, you have a diacritic in front of it. The diacritic tells us that this vowel is long. Okay, when you have the colon in front of any vowel in English, okay, it means that this vowel is long. And I think we have 12, we have 12 monophthongs, 12 pure vowels in English. About 7 of them, about five about 5 of them or 7 are long, and the other 5 are short. I think so. You have the diacritic, the colon in front of it, so it means that this vowel is long and it's a bit stressed. That means you have the E and your lips are spread. E. Okay, to pronounce this vowel you kind of need to smile like E. So if you can smile, then your mouth will be wide and the front of your tongue up. Okay, the front of your tongue is up, then you have the E. You can try that. E. You smile. E. You're not good at smiling. You should try that out. So to pronounce it, you kind of need to smile. It's a long front vowel in English. It has, as indicated by the diacritic, okay, the E sound. It's a bit stressed. Okay, this is how the shape of the lips. This is how you have the shape of the lips. Okay, the round is like ooh, is rounded. Okay, the spread is E. Okay, E spread, and the neutral is like or Okay, the shape of the lip is neutral. Okay, not spread and not rounded. Okay, but for the E, you have the shape of the lips spread. Okay, I should tell you a quick tip to sound more like a native speaker, or like a native speaker, more like them, not like you're not going to fake your accent or whatever, but you're like having the rhythm, okay, to sound more like them, to communicate intelligibly. In order to enhance the rhythm and beauty of your speech, it is important you make short vowels in words short and long vowels long. Let me repeat this. In order to enhance the rhythm and beauty of your speech, in order to enhance that rhythm, okay, or that consistency, that beauty in your speech, it is important you make short vowels in words short and long vowels long. That's going to help you a lot. Okay, in order to enhance the rhythm and beauty of your speech, it is important you make short vowels short and long vowels long. That's going to help you a lot. It's like the fundamental what's it called, advice. Okay, the fundamental advice, but it's going to help you a lot. It's going to help you a lot. Make short vowels short and make long vowels long. So if you can do that, you're going to say that in word, when you pronounce the word like speech, there's a long vowel there. Your ability to recognize that there's a long vowel here and there is a short vowel here in the other in another word, and your ability to properly articulate them is key to sounding like a native speaker, or more like a native speaker, or to sound real. Okay, not real, but real. Okay, so important, short. Okay, you have a word like words. All right, now the vowel E is found in words that contain letters like EE. Okay, we're going to talk about orthography. Okay, orthography, like the letters where you can have the E, the letters where you can have the E. All right, and I'm going to say something here. Okay, there is no relationship. Okay, let me say there is no cordial relationship between the letters that we have in a word and the sound there. Okay, so if I'm going to tell you that, if I'm telling you that the vowel E is found in words that contain letters like EE, okay, EE, like in tree, like in greed, like in fleet, like in sweet, okay, I'm going to tell you that it doesn't mean that all words that contain the EE sound, EE, the letters EE will give you the long vowel, and that is why I'm talking about the exceptions in them. That is why it is important to study the exceptions in these words, the words that do not conform to the norm or to what we expect. Okay, because there's no relationship. You're not going to have, it's not like indication. They don't have this cordial relationship. Okay, you can have like EE and say in all EE words you're going to always have like the EE sound. Okay, and that is where it's key for examination, to sound well, to pronounce words correctly. You're going to need to master the exceptions that you have in these words. That's why there are some uncommon exceptions that we have, which we're looking at today. Okay, in words that contain the letters EE, you're going to have like tree, greed, fleet, sweet. You will discover something here that I'll always ensure that I make it a bit stressed, because that is the property of that particular vowel. It has to be a bit stressed because it's a long vowel. You're not going to say tree, you're going to say greed, you're not going to say fleet, you're going to say sweet. That's like the fundamental step that you need to take, okay, that you need to know, okay, that you need to take, is to make short vowels short and long vowels long. I know it's not that easy, but you can do that. You will discover that most of the words that I produce, they have like easy. I have to make it long because it's long. That is what it contains. If we tell Nigerians, we tell people to first incorporate this in their spoken English, it looks like we're kind of, but then it's the very basic step, okay, and not basic. It's basic. It's a very basic step that we need to take, that you need to take if you want to sound like a native speaker, like more like a native speaker, okay, not like speaker. All right, so a word like tree, so you could say that tree. So you have a word like greed, you have a word like fleet, you have a word like sweet, okay, eat, fleet, greed, tree. Okay, now there are exceptions in words like beer, ear, okay, beer, it's not going to be b, okay, it's like, that's an exception, although the word has the ee letters, but it's not going to give you that. Okay, this is giving us another word like beer. It's giving us steer, like steer clear of someone, steer clear of someone. All right, steer, beer, peer, like peer pressure. Okay, peer pressure, and it's not pressure but pressure. All right, but we have pleasure. So there are exceptions, and there are words that you need to master. Okay, beer, steer, peer. Now the vowel E is also found in words that contain letters like EA, as in speak, not speak. I'm speaking to you, I'm speaking to you, not I'm speaking to you. Okay, I think it has to do with the anyhowness in the way we speak, in the way we communicate, the anyhowness or the what's it called, the speed at which we want to pass across our words or our messages. Okay, because we should be calm enough to recognize that the vowel there is long, okay, and it's not short. So you're gonna have I'm speaking to you, okay, but I'm speaking to you. Okay, streak, bleak. You're not gonna have Blake. Okay, you're gonna have bleak. Like, say the future is bleak. All right, not Blake. It was like in words like read, bead, seed, please, please. Okay, beach, beach. Okay, not the short form, not the bitch. Like, she's a bitch, right? Not the one that is different. Okay, you have beach, and you have bitch, beach, and you have bitch, bitch. So you can see the difference now. One is long, beach, and not bitch. So by the time you're saying bitch, people think that you're talking about the la puta. Okay, say in Spanish, or which one are you talking about? Okay, so you have a word like speak, make it long, a bit stressed. Okay, streak, bleak, read, bead, seed, please, beach. Okay, we have exceptions in words such as bread. It's not going to be breed. You have exceptions in words such as steak, steak, like the kind of meat. Okay, steak. Okay, the kind of meat. You can say like it's meat, not meat. Okay, pieces of meat, pieces of meat, because it's long. Pieces of meat. Do you understand? Pieces of meat. It even makes sense. It makes you sound like a real person, like a native speaker, right? So we have pieces of meat. Okay, but we're looking at exceptions now, like in bread, like in steak, 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 like in breakfast, breakfast. And it's not breakfast. You don't take your breakfast, you take your breakfast. Yeah, you take your breakfast. So you have meadow, meadow, meadow. You have bear, bear. You have bear. Okay, I can't bear it anymore. Bear, bear, B-E-A-R. But B-E-E-R is beer. Okay, B-E-E-R is beer. Okay, but B-E-A-R, okay, it's pronounced bear. Okay, you have beard, beard, beard. You have weird, weird, weird. Okay, you have led as a noun, not as a verb. As a verb is going to be lead, but as a noun it's going to be led. Like that heavy sort of matter, that heavy sort of matter, just good. That's what you're going to have. Okay, so you have led, led as a noun. You have peasant, peasant, not peasant, but peasant, 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 peasant. You have zealot, 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 zealot. Okay, zealot, not zealot. You have peasant, not peasant. Okay, you have a word like steady, not steady. Okay, steady, okay, steady. I think there's a song one like steady, I did my way or something. Okay, so you have steady, you have that word. Okay, you have a word like bread, we have a word like steak, you have a word like breakfast, you have a word like meadow, you have a word like in a word like beard, you have in a word like lead, you have in a word like as a noun. Okay, you have in a word like peasant, you have in a word like zealot, you have in a word like steady. Great. The vowel E is also found in words that contain letters EI. EI, as in receive, receipt. Okay, receipt is not receipt. Okay, the pa is silent. Okay, receipt, deceive, deceive, and other words in that category EI. Other words that contain the letters EI. Okay, receive, deceive, But there are exceptions in words like slight. That's S-E-S-L-E-I-G-H-T. Slight. Exceptions in words like H-E-I-G-H-T. Height. Height. Okay. In words like freight. F-R-E-I-G-H-T. Freight. That's an exception. The vowel E is also found in words that contain letters IE, okay, as in thief, thief, chief, thief, chief. You can see the way I pronounce those words, like thief, chief, okay, like fa, okay, chief, thief, fa, thief. Okay, exceptions in words like lied, died, tried. I mean the past tense of lie, the past tense of die, the past tense of try. Okay, so you have lied, you have died, you have tried. The vowel E is also found in words that contain letters OE. Okay, letters OE, like fetus, not foetus. Okay, fetus, and you have the stress on the first syllable. There's something I need to say here, which I've always told my students and everybody I've come across, that long vowels are indicative of the stress placement. Okay, this is what it means: that a word has that a syllable, okay, has a long vowel, is indicative that the stress placement is going to be on that particular syllable. Okay, E is a long vowel, U is a long vowel, is a long vowel, right? O is a long vowel, R is a long vowel. Okay, I think we have 5 of them in English, and we have 7 pure vowels. Okay, 7 short vowels, and we have 5 long vowels. Do you understand? So if a syllable has a long vowel, okay, the stress is more likely to fall on that particular syllable. Like more likely to fall on that particular syllable. And that is why a word like fetus has the stress on the first syllable, because the long vowel is on the first syllable. Okay, it's not only that, it's because the second vowel has a schwa sound. Okay, and like I said in my previous video, schwa is just a great vowel. It's never stressed. So any syllable that carries a schwa sound, like you have it like something like this, okay, the E that you change, okay, you have it like something like here, it's a schwa sound. It's never stressed. You don't stress a schwa sound. Like, I'm a schwa, I don't like to be stressed. Okay, but I want to be everywhere. Okay, that's just like this crazy guy that wants to be everywhere. Right? So you have fetus, you have amoeba. Okay, amoeba, not amoeba, but amoeba. Okay, you have phoenix. So in word like fetus, in word like amoeba, okay, because even the first vowel in amoeba has a schwa sound. Okay, you have phoenix. The ph turns to the fa sound there. The ph turns to the fa sound. So phoenix. So you see that the stress placement in fetus is on the first syllable. The stress placement in amoeba is on the second syllable. The stress placement in phoenix is on the first syllable because of the long vowel. Okay, so because long vowels are indicative of the stress placement. Okay, that when a syllable carries a long vowel, it is more likely for the syllable, for the stress, okay, to fall on that particular syllable. That is the point. Now exceptions are in words such as poem, okay, poem, herve, okay, herve is pronounced in like in French, I think. Excuse me, I think the word herve is from the French. It's from French, like we have la sœur, okay, So in herve, what we have is the long vowel which is a central vowel, which is long, like in words like earth. Okay, earth, the sound you have in earth, the sound you have in word, the sound you have in fur. Okay, the sound you have in some other words. Okay, you are, okay, the sound you have in nurse, nurse. Okay, so you have herb, that's where you have the herb. Then you have toe. So these are exceptions. Although they have the OE, they do not sound like the A sound that we have. The vowel E is also found in words that contain letters EO. Letters EO, like in people. And the stress here falls on the first syllable too. People. So you have a word like people sounding like the E sound that you have, but exceptions are in a word like leopard. Okay, it's not pronounced as leopard as most people pronounce it. Okay, so you have people, which has the EO, which sounds like E, but you have the exception like in leopard, like in jeopardy. In leopard, you have the stress on the first syllable because there is a schwa sound on the second syllable. So there are two things I've said earlier, like three things. Make long vowels long and make short vowels short to enhance the rhythm and beauty of your speech. Okay. The second thing is long vowels are almost almost always indicative of the stress placement. Okay, for a syllable to carry a long vowel, okay, it is more likely that the stress placement falls on that particular syllable. Then the third thing is schwa sound is never stressed in any syllable where it occurs. It's never stressed. Okay, so you have a word like leopard, you have a word like jeopardy. Okay, jeopardy has a schwa sound on the second syllable. Jeopardy, like jeopardy. So you have it's not jeopardy. It's in jeopardy or whatever you have. Okay, so you have leopard, you have jeopardy, like middle. Okay, middle, leopard, middle. Okay, because in Yoruba, we're going to look at the Yoruba for the stress placement. It's like me, when you pronounce a word and say a word that has the stress, a syllable that has the stress, it's like me, because your breath goes up. Me, okay, that is le, it goes up, okay, and the do, it comes down. Okay, right? But we wouldn't always use the Yoruba thing to explain the placement of stress, the stress placement. Okay, because if you're not that very good with the ami in Yoruba, it's going to be a problem. Okay, not very good with ami in Yoruba, it's going to be a problem. So you have to be very good at ami, and in a few cases, the ami wouldn't always apply, right? But you have to know that for the me, that means your breath goes up, okay, and for the do, your breath comes down. Okay, in this class, I'm also going to ensure that we look at stress placement and how to properly put the stress in on a particular word and in most of the words that you know. Okay, the vowel E is also found in words that contain letters UI, okay, as in sweet, S-U-I-T-E, sweet. École, hôtel, okay, école, hôtel and suite, not école, hôtel and suite. Okay, sweet, S-U-I-T-E, has the same pronunciation as sweet, the one you take, the sweet one, like S-W-E-E-T. Okay, sweet, école, hôtel and suite. Okay, I want to buy some sweet. C'est clair, no? We say clair. There are exceptions like in S-U-I-T, suit. S-U-I-T, suit. Don't forget I said S-U-I-T-E, sweet. okay, but S-U-I-T, suit. Exceptions like as in fluid, 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 not fluid, okay, fluid, fluid, fluid. So you have that exception in that word. The vowel E is also found in words that contain letters U-A-Y, letters U-A-Y, as in Q-U-A-Y, which is pronounced as key, which has the same pronunciation as in key. I mean the one you use to open the door, or any door, or a door. So you have key, key, key. Just stress it a bit, make it a bit stressed. So the E-I-N, it's the letter, the vowel E is also found in words that contain letters E-I-N, as in protein, not protein. It's never protein, but it's protein. The stress is on the first syllable, protein. Sounds interesting. It sounds great. It sounds sweet when you say protein and not protein. Okay, I was telling a couple of people a few days ago that when you ensure to follow the 3 rules that I have cited, okay, it makes your words come out great. Okay, it makes those words come out great, like protein. And so when you pronounce protein, it's like, oh, this guy is different. This guy pronounces words so differently, or very differently, or more differently. Okay, and you kind of admire the person, like, this sounds great. Okay, so you have protein. Okay, the stress in the first syllable, protein. So we have some food that gives us protein. Do you understand that? So the vowel E is also found in words that contain letters E, just E, as in key, K-E-Y, key, 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 key. So key has the same pronunciation, I've said that earlier, as in key, the Q-U-A-Y. Okay, that makes sense. Not quay, right? Now the last word, kerosene. Kerosene, like kerosene, like care. You want to say kerosene? Okay, it stresses on the first syllable. Kerosene. Okay, kerosene. Miredo. Okay, miredo. Kerosene, not kerosene or kerosene. There's not even Z there. There's not a Z sound. What we have is a S sound, which is the name of every Nigerian, right? Because when someone calls S, you're going to turn back. I say, okay, what's your name? It's your third name, or your fourth name, or your fifth name. Okay, so you have kerosene. Okay, you want to get some kerosene. You want to get like 2 liters of kerosene, not 2 liters of kerosene. Kerosene, kerosene, kerosene. Now there are problems. It's not enough to master all of these. There are some problems with the endings in some words, and it is important for us to explore these words, or some of these words. Now you might have seen a word like fountain, which you pronounce as fountain, but it's not pronounced as fountain, it's pronounced as fountain, 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 fountain. Okay, a word like mountain, it's not pronounced as mountain. Now you take note of the ending. The ending is A-I-N. Okay, fountain. The ending is A-I-N, mountain. So mountain, you're going to pray on a mountain, not on a mountain. Mountain, E. Okay, the transcription is provided here. Okay, you have mountain. Okay, you have fountain. The stress on the first syllable, but then you have contain. It's another word the same ending like tain, T-A-I-N, 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 but it's giving us a completely different pronunciation. So you have here, you have fountain, here you have mountain, okay, but here you're having contain, okay, excuse me, you have contain, here you have maintain, okay, the stress is falling on the second syllable. It's not that hard, okay. You have fountain, then you have mountain, then you have contain, and you have maintain, and you have sustain. The reason is that in sustain there is a schwa sound on the first syllable, and schwa sound is never, a syllable that carries the schwa sound is never stressed. Okay, so you have sustain, retain, okay, retain, sustain, contain, maintain, but then you have fountain, mountain, and there are words like Britain. I'm saying Britain because it should be Britain, actually Britain, but the T is, I don't chop them, okay. Britain, so you have Britain, okay, like Britain should be Britain, right? But Britain. You have a word like certain, or certain, okay, certain. So this is different now. Here in the last set of it, it has the schwa sound at the end, okay, Britain, and that is why it's not stressed. That is why the first syllable is stressed in Britain, and that's the reason the first syllable is stressed in certain is because you have a long vowel when you pronounce it's more like someone calls you, excuse me, for an errand, to run an errand, so you're like hesitating, like saying I don't want to go there, so you have that. So you have certain. If I have to pronounce the sound, because most native speakers will say Britain, hey Britain, there's always a tendency to eat the ta sound, okay, to delete it, but if you like, you retain it, you say Britain, you say Britain, okay, but I can say Britain, I would always say Britain, I always say certain, like certain. And the last word, you have curtain, not curtain, okay, you have curtain, you have curtain. I think it's important to also say they also talk about this word. People say colonel, okay, colonel is not colonel. Colonel is colonel, like as in curtain, so curtain, so you're gonna have colonel. Okay, these are some of the problems that are inherent when you're learning pronunciation, and that is why most times your learning pronunciation becomes daunting because of the differences. All right, and that is why this particular series in this lessons at LearnCity is tailored to meet those needs, okay, to fill the gap in learning in some words that you need to know and some words that you need to pronounce properly. It's not just, it wouldn't be enough if I'm taking this course, this class, I'm giving you all of these words that contain the differences and the exceptions, okay. On your own part, you also need to ensure that you pronounce those words. Practice makes perfect. You just have to pronounce it, repeat, pronounce. After some time, those words will become part and parcel of you. They will be in your subconscious, so you can learn them as like that. When you just speak, you wouldn't say fountain, you just say fountain, you just say mountain, because over and over again you have internalized the pronunciation of these words, and so it makes a lot of sense. Thank you.